What's going on YouTube? It's that same place to be chilling with homie Mr. Andy, back to give you guys a Survivor Series 2020 review. 30 years of The Undertaker, and joining me are my two co-hosts here. We got not Deion Sanders for Prime Time.
What's going on?
And we also got the man of myth, the reality revolutionary, Q-Flow, Flow the Rookie.
What's going on? I am a non-official member of the Tribal Chiefs table.
Right? You got a seat?
Get to that. I got a seat, man. I snuck my way in, man.
On the table or under the table?
I'm at the kid table right now, but you know, I'm still in the kitchen. So
okay, as long as you're there, like kind of like making the food or something like that, we good.
Hey, man, I provide the ride.
Okay, fair enough. I like that.
Okay.
We're here to talk about this Survivor Series just ended about an hour and a half ago, and so up and down show, and then of course we're celebrating 30 years Undertaker. The whole thing was tagline Undertaker's farewell. So there's going to be, we're going to cover all this stuff. I know everybody wants to hear we talk about certain things, so we'll cover this whole pay-per-view. The only thing I did not see was the pre-show, which we had a dual brand, which made no sense. Battle Royal to win nothing. So you had some stars from SmackDown, some stars from Raw in there, and the only highlights really was in there was Dominic Mysterio was in there getting hot, and he tossed out Gable. I think it was him to toss out Gable.
He tossed out Gable, yeah.
Yeah, he kind of tossed out the Miz, but the Miz rolled it underneath the ropes, and he got kicked him back under, so he thought it was eliminated. Which
I don't know how you count that, but all right.
Yeah,
I've seen Jericho's done that for years.
No, but he didn't actually roll under the rope, so I guess that was messed up on his part.
Yeah, you know what? Having Dominic be a rookie, I can say okay, because usually if I'm playing a rookie, I thought he would probably be out too. Not even thinking that. So Dominic thinks he won the Battle Royal, but then the Miz comes in, tosses Dominic out, and the Miz wins the Rumble. It doesn't lead to a title shot. It doesn't lead to entry in the Royal Rumble.
For him, it kind of does technically. It technically does.
See, that's what I was about to say. He didn't need to win this because he has a one-way ticket anyway.
He do.
So the
Battle Royal was the Battle Royal was rendered useless. So now we go into the main card, and we start off with the 5-on-5 men's Survivor Series team. Team Raw, which consists of AJ Styles, Braun Strowman, Sheamus, Riddle, and Keith Lee, who now does have new music. I'll ask y'all how y'all feel about it when we get to the match. And SmackDown, Team SmackDown, which consists of Jey Uso, Kevin Owens, oh God, what is it? Otis, unfortunately, Seth Rollins, and
King Corbin.
Guys. King Corbin. So the SmackDown roster was very weak this year. And first of all, so y'all see I be repping Keith Lee, but what did y'all like his music?
I ain't hear it.
I ain't like it. Like it. Now here's my thing. I never heard his music before. Like I can't sing his song, right? His old song. So
yeah.
His old song was
what I heard tonight was I'm like, who is this coming out? I had that moment about 3 times. That's how long I haven't watched it on TV. I'm like, who the hell is coming out? And they're like, Keith Lee. I'm like, Keith Lee, what's wrong with his song?
Nah, I'm pretty sure it sounds better than what he had. He had like generic music number 5 before.
Well, some people said that it's him back on the tracks again. But once again, I really couldn't hear the song. So I mean, as long as it's better than the one he had when he first came to Raw, okay, because that was pure like WCW generic kind of music to me.
So hold on, I remember you saying he changed his music. So they changed his music again?
Yeah.
Ridiculous. All right.
Because people was mad that he wasn't rapping on it, and now they trying to get him something to rap on, but I ain't hear it.
Just give him the old song back.
Just bring the CFOs back, but I guess they don't want to do that. They fired Jim Johnson. They fired the CFOs. They just trying to.
They fired the CFOs.
Oh, they don't work with them no more.
Jesus Christ! All right.
Hey, look. How do rich people stay rich in this country? They don't pay nobody.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
That's how it is. So,
and then when they get one to take it. from Twitch.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and then they take the money, but you know that's a different topic. But
I just got
so
one question though.
sure.
I don't know if this bothers anybody else, but it bothers me. Why does everybody else on Team Raw has some red on? And we know Sheamus has red gear, but he wears just a red shirt and green gear.
That okay, because I
that
do
just me
like
being petty?
when the teams like color coordinate.
Mhm.
I'll be with you on that one. That don't bother me as much as Otis being in this match. Period.
Well,
And what happened at the begin? What happened towards the beginning?
okay.
So
Get to it.
so I obviously we're getting some testing between everybody. So Rollins supposed to tag in from Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens is like, "Fine, I'll tag this guy in," but he don't trust him. Rollins goes and turns to the team and says, "This is for the greater good." Turns around, drops on his knees, and tells Sheamus, "Do what you're supposed to do." Sheamus hits a bro kick to Rollins. Rollins is eliminated just like that. So now it's down to 4-5.
I didn't get that at all.
Instantly pissed.
This is why this company's in the shape it's in now.
It's
I didn't get
instantly
that at all.
pissed.
Somebody should have said that.
I'm in my house like I'm pissed. So Kevin Owens is like, screw this guy. So he go in there. Kevin Owens starts trying to light everything up. Starts going on a stunner brigade. Stunners Keith Lee. Stunners Riddle. I believe Stunners Sheamus. But then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he gets caught with a phenomenal forearm. Owens is eliminated. So now it's 5-3. So Corbin comes in, gives AJ Styles a end of days. So I'm like, okay, this is how we're gonna tie it back up. Actually, Team Raw comes in there and breaks it up for AJ, and I'm like, wait a minute. When I seen that, I was like, they're gonna sweep them, aren't they? So I was just like, so after Corbin tries again, AJ rolls from out of there, hits Corbin again, and then takes him down. I believe it was a phenomenal form that he hit Corbin with, or not, or a Pele kick. But after he does that, he tags a Riddle who hits the floating bro. How did they call it? So after the floating bro, they pick Corbin. Corbin's eliminated. So it's down to Otis and Jey Uso. So now I'm even more pissed because I'm like, I text you, I said, fuck Otis, because I thought he was going to get that big E push. I thought he was going to come back and win this damn thing.
You know what's crazy? I had one phone call and I missed all this. I turned my phone on and it's Otis and Jey Uso left. I'm like, what the fuck happened? And it wasn't even that long of a call. I'm like, what happened between this and that?
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
They got rid of all them. So Otis,
I don't get the hype behind Otis still.
Say what?
I don't get the hype.
I don't get the hype. Otis was a whole surprise thing. They should like, okay, yes, he won the Money in the Bank by accident. He got the girl that one of the hottest girls on the roster. Absolutely.
Did he get his receipt
had a
back?
WrestleMania singles match, the whole thing. But I don't understand. He still should have been a tag team. He's a tag team wrestler.
Did he ever get his receipt back?
For what?
For losing his briefcase.
No, or he didn't do anything with Tucker. Nothing. He did nothing with it. Like right now, he's being trained by Gable. Really? Okay. So now Otis is trying to he's hitting belly to bellies and everything. He be having like this power competition with Keith Lee trying to go shoulder block, stuff like that.
I actually like that.
Yeah. Keith Lee had no problem picking him up, but Otis was like struggling a little bit.
I just can't take him seriously. I don't know if it's just me. I don't know.
No, I agree with you. That's why I was getting mad. I was like, y'all not about to do this with Otis and have him take out Strowman and Styles and do all this shit. But no, he runs. Strowman catches him in a power slam and then eliminates him. So I'm like, all right, well then maybe Q Flow's boy is about to right now.
Nope. It could have been a once I heard it was 5-on-1, I'm like, all right, this was a good match.
I thought it could have been a possibility, but then when Strowman was the one that was in there, if it was anybody else, then he could have had a chance with. When Strowman being the first one in, I was like, oh, he's not.
I wish they let him get y'all could have gave him like y'all could have gave him like Riddle, 3 and just let him deal with Strowman later. Like y'all could have let him get AJ Riddle, get miraculously get Keith Lee out of here.
He was getting with him though.
Yeah, but once I saw Keith Lee make that quick tag, I'm like, all right, this is it.
Yeah, because once Strowman was, Jey Uso gave the super kick to AJ, was setting him up for the Uso splash, and then he jumps for the Uso splash. Keith Lee catches him on his shoulders. Impressive. Then turns him into a spirit bomb and pins it. Because I thought he was going to bring back the Big Bang Catastrophe.
Yeah, I thought he was going to do that, but I guess not.
I said he turns to the spirit bomb. And he pins Jey Uso. Team Raw sweeps Team SmackDown.
Clean sweep.
This is my little rant that I had. Go ahead, Proctor. Go ahead. You can say.
I was gonna say, remember this tagline is best of the best. I'm trying to remember that.
Yeah, well, it definitely wasn't. So this is why I was like, so you mean to tell me y'all did nothing for Big E? Not only was he not in the Battle Royal, y'all did put him on Team SmackDown because y'all gave his spot to Otis because Big E was scheduled to be part of that match in the first place. Y'all gave it to Otis. Y'all had Seth Rollins, who knew he was going to go away to his pregnant his fiance or wife, whatever she is by this time. That's who he's going to go to. And you wasted a whole spot for that bullshit? That whole bullshit you did with him sacrificing himself did nothing. First of all, why is Seth Rollins even here after he lost to Rey Mysterio and lost to Dominic? Why are you even here? Second off, why is Otis? Huh? Yeah. Why is Otis in this matchup?
I say,
he lost his qualifying match. He lost to Rollins. You don't qualify, but he just got put in. And I'm saying that.
Wait a minute. These people qualified to be in here?
Yes.
Yep.
That makes it worse.
Remember, Corbin beat Mysterio. Then Uso beat Daniel Bryan.
So
Kevin
that's
Owens.
Two others I would have rather had right there.
Yeah, Kevin Owens beat Dolph Ziggler. And let's see, was it Owens, Uso, Corbin. Rollins beat Otis, and Otis never qualified.
Do they just not make a super team no more? Because I could have swore DB, Mysterio, Seth, KO, and whoever, that would like be a great team.
Not having Big E was stupid though. He's one of your strongest guys. Like,
and y'all purposely broke up the New Day to put him on this singles push. And he was doing all right as a singles person because Kofi wasn't there, Woods wasn't there. So y'all already trying to establish him. I wasn't mad Jey Uso was on the team. I'm like, Seth Rollins could have not been on there. You could put Murphy on the team. After Murphy beat him, nobody, only Vince cared about Corbin. I don't care about Corbin. Mysterio could have been on that team. DB could have been on that team. Otis had no place on that team. The Rollins spot was wasted. And I'm like, this is what y'all did on there for Big E. Y'all could even have Big E at the spot to try to make a comeback, but then lose to Strowman. They could have still Big E could have probably took out.
I would have liked to see Big E and Keith Lee go at it.
Yeah. Because just like you said, I can't take Otis seriously. Otis is not going to be one of them top guys. You know, there are just some tag team guys that are always going to be made to be just a tag team guy. Stevie Ray comes to mind when I hear that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Stevie Ray comes to mind when I hear that. So that was the opening matchup. So they got swept. And obviously they weren't keeping score, so obviously the score didn't matter. Next up was for the tag team match. The Raw Tag Team Champions, the New Day, taking on the SmackDown Tag Team Champions.
Hold on. Before we go a little further, let's just keep in mind that first match won because of a black man. Let's move on.
Okay.
This was the night of black excellence.
Yeah. So we got
just real quick.
What's up?
I got two questions. For one, when did they become 10-time?
We went over this already.
How does that count?
What you asked like I made the rule. I told you how it happened.
I still don't understand how
did it happen.
When
they said, "Hey, you want to switch?"
When they got switched to different brands, New Day was the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, and Street Profits were the Raw. So when they switched the belts, they became a new time champion.
That counts.
And that's how they become 10 times.
That's how New Day became 10 times.
If you already won the championship,
you won a championship on SmackDown. You come through to the new show, you get new belts. Have they ever ever?
So like, was it 2 or 3 time champions right now?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay,
I mean,
why
look,
not just take the name out of it and then just change it completely?
well, what they probably really should have did, since the tag team division is ass and Vince just kind of destroyed it, they should have unified the championships here. Y'all could just unify. You only need one. You only need one set of tag team champions. You don't
Especially when you
need
got two
multiple
teams.
sets of tag team champions, and you can build the tag team division back up. Then you can split them back apart. But right now, you don't only need one set of champions.
All right. And my other question is, which y'all can probably answer, why did they come out and then we got like a promo, like didn't they do like a video promo?
Well, I mean,
They just did a promo before their music hit.
Yeah,
yes, but why?
The street power was in a promo in the back in the gorilla.
But why?
Why not?
Why not?
Why not do that earlier so that they could just come out? Because it's like
So you
New
mean
Day
like
came out.
you mean like how the New Day do it when they
like earlier in the night.
I'm saying, but because it's not right there. I'm just saying the New Day has come out before and did a promo before their matches numerous times. That's what they do.
Why not have them do that while coming down, not in the back doing it?
Hey, Prom, you nitpicking, brother.
It's
not that like, you nitpicking, bro. It's not
so,
that.
Okay, so basically what I'm saying is, when have they ever did that in front of their opponent? Basically, that's what I'm trying to say.
You talk about when it comes to the New Day?
When the opponent comes down first and they come in the ring and they just do like a full-on promo.
Okay, well,
the just standing there.
Well, the question is like this. Did you like the promo or no?
It was okay.
He ain't like it.
It was okay. The Taker part could have been cut out. That's all I said.
Stop. That's what makes Angelo Dawkins the shit, because he always beatboxes the different. When he beatboxed the Undertaker's theme, when he beatboxed Kurt Angle's theme, when they was like, that's his thing. That's what he does. That's what makes them cool.
Why is that needed right before they're about to do this big match?
Because it's 30 years of Undertaker, and they don't want you to forget it.
That's what I'm saying. It's 30 years of Undertaker, and probably celebrating, which the point was saying that we're going to show that the whole point of promo was going to be to show that we're going to be greatness tonight. That's why, first of all, he had the mic glove on, greatness, okay? And then he's about to say, turn me up. We're going to talk about, this is about the Undertaker tonight, but we're going to leave our mark, because 30 years ago, Undertaker left his mark, so we're going to leave our mark tonight because we want to smoke. That's basically the whole thing. Now, if you didn't like the whole Shawn Michaels thing, if you didn't like the whole Undertaker thing, I thought it was extra. I mean, I'm about to say that right there is purely nitpick, because people have done. Randy Orton cut a whole promo right in the back gorilla talking to Charlie Caruso, which made it even more stupid because she's sitting there interviewing like,
I just don't like those type of things. Shit, I don't like those type of right before you about to go out is the type of, I don't like it. Just me.
They out, and then the New Day, the New Day come out in the Gears of War stuff because they're the new DLC for Gears of War. So shout out to them. And by the way,
not buying the Xbox.
I'm not gonna buy the Xbox. People that got the Xbox, they're gonna make some money off of that.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I'm gonna buy the shirt. I plan on buying the shirt when it come out. It come out December 4th. It said on WWE Check. I was there yesterday. Like, me and Power was shopping online. I was like, it ain't out yet. That and the stupid Taker stuff I gotta buy. So I'm sorry. I gotta do it.
Okay.
But
you use your Undertaker download code for Battlegrounds.
I'm doing that so I can get my American Badass Undertaker.
So that definitely was not them stuff. They just did not look like him. But all right.
So it's a Battlegrounds. Of course,
it's a battle. Yeah,
man. Nothing looks like them.
It's an exaggerated version.
Yeah.
Yo, you.
So
I'm kidding, man.
The Street Profits get down there. So obviously it's that Big E comes down with him, by the way. And okay, so I'm sorry. I thought I was running out of time, but I'm not. Okay,
we actually got unlimited minutes.
Yeah, so Big E comes out with them to hold their belts, and with the Gears of War stuff, and I'm like, so that's what y'all say Big E for? That's what y'all say Big E for. And then on top of that, he just goes to the back, and I'm like, I guess you can't be rooting against the show that you're on. So what ifs? So the match gets started, Montez takes most of the heat in the beginning. Obviously, him and Kofi are trying to show, their athleticism going back ways. Woods comes in there, gives a couple super kicks to Montez Ford. Kofi teases Montez by having his solo company outside and kicks it to piss off Montez. Tags in Dawkins for the hot tag. Obviously, Dawkins comes in there, do a lot of spinning splashes and all that great stuff. And then they go on the Kofi, hits a giant frog splash that Kofi kicks out of. I don't know if Xavier was supposed to come break that up or not, but Kofi kicks out of the frog splash. Then they try to do the midnight hour on Montez, but he kicks out. Kofi then lays him down with 3 boom drops. Tries to go for the trouble in paradise, but then Montez does it of his own. I'm sorry, as athletic as Montez is, he did not hit that trouble in paradise that
Not
well
at all. That was not pretty.
But then he hits that. Then the Woods comes in, and Woods has Montez on the top rope. Dawkins comes, has him in the Tower of Doom spot. They hit a gigantic blockbuster to Woods off the top. And that was the match. The Street Profits win, and they beat the New Day because the New Day didn't need to win in the first place. I was like, they need to win. They got the Gears Award. They got 10 times. They're Hall of Famers.
10-time champions.
I don't think they've ever won at Survivor Series.
Say what?
I don't think they've ever won at Survivor Series.
The only time they won, remember when they was on the pre-show and they said it didn't count, and they went with the shirts talk about, so we are the one.
Oh yeah. That was last. No, was that last year or 2 years ago?
I think it was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I know one year they did the tag team thing and they lost, and it was the captains they got out first.
They got out first, yeah. They ain't doing good that year.
Lost against the Shield, so they kind of don't. It's a bad record.
Oh, that was when it was Under Siege.
The Under Siege thing.
That was a good year.
Oh, that was 2017. I tell you.
At least they had a reason for them to be fighting.
Yeah. So, y'all thoughts on the matchup?
Okay, I'll go first. I thought it was a pretty decent match for what I saw. I'm gonna let y'all know now. My app lagged a lot, so there was some times where I had to shut it down and start it back up. So I might have missed a few things, but I was glad New Day put them over because they didn't need to win. It wasn't gonna do nothing to them anyway. They already cemented their legacy. So, good win for the boys in blue. That's all I got.
Yeah,
that was solid. Pretty solid. Right person got the win. So
yeah, I did. I thought it was the second best match of the night.
You know what I mean? Black excellence.
Yeah.
I mean, we won either way. So
you know what I'm saying? Out there, showing off championship, they put them over, raised their hands and everything, so it was good.
Mm-hmm.
Next matchup is the mid-card championship. The United States champion Bobby Lashley taking on the IC champion Sami Zayn. First of all, her business come out there looking sharp with the gold, with the black and gold.
Let me check my body real quick because they was super sharp. I thought I got cut or something, man.
Yeah,
they was sharp.
They was out there looking sharp. I was like
SHWP sharp.
Even my wife was just like, "Oh, that's not a Men's Warehouse suit this time." So I'm saying, I was like, "Oh, they out there looking like Black Mafia almost."
That was what's that suit store downtown?
Which, by the way, y'all know my WWE shop order is coming because I have now every single shirt of the Hurt Business. I have the Bobby, got me the
shirt. I want the suit. I want the Rolly with the bezel. Like I want that.
Yeah, I was about to say, but in the meantime, I gotta just rock out with the suit with the shirts until they put them on the shop. So the whole time Sami Zayn is like, why they even here? Why they on the outside, stuff like that. And I like how Sami Zayn would try to go cheat, but they will always block away from the chairs and things of that nature. Bobby Lashley dominated most of this match, which I said Bobby is going to squash Zayn. So he didn't squash him in like 5 seconds or anything like that, but it was a glorified kind of a squash match. Like Zayn barely got any offense in on Bobby Lashley. We go to the outside. He pushes Cedric Alexander, but Shelton holds him back, and because Zayn wanted him to hit him, but then Bobby comes in, gives him a huge spine buster, and then Zayn keeps rolling out after every big move, and then MVP standing in the aisleway. Zayn acts like he gets tripped. MVP tripped him. He's like, he tripped me. He disqualified. He tripped me. But then, as Bobby Lashley distracts referee, MVP throws Sammy back into the ring. Then Bobby hits the hurt lock on Sami Zayn, wins the matchup here. So that's what it was. Look, I'm happy Bobby won because I'm a fan of Hurt Business, but the match didn't make no sense. It had no heat, had no story, heel versus heel. So it was just there because of the Raw versus SmackDown thing. If this wasn't a Raw versus SmackDown thing, this is where you would do Retribution taking on the Hurt Business. But they didn't do that. They didn't book that right, so that's what it was. But
well, this is the one time a year that Raw and SmackDown go head to head.
one time a year. First of all, I like the double bang. I like how Corey Grace said, "Man, it must feel good for Big E to be joining with his brothers again." I said, after 4 weeks. after 4 weeks, it got to be that. Okay, no problem. So that was the match. I'm pretty sure y'all both didn't enjoy the matchup too much.
Nah, I liked it.
Yeah,
it was a black man winning. I liked it.
Yeah. So, well, hey, look, like I said, I'm a big fan of Her Business. So
he hit that choke slam spawn buster thing. I'm like, oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Hati done.
And he did it saw suplex with Sami Zayn trying to bring back the old storyline, the Vertigo, but that didn't happen. Backstage, Roman Reigns is talking with Jey Uso. And then I like how Jimmy come in the picture like, yo, man, you ain't got to take this, man. Yo, we out. And then the woman said, no. You can go. He got to stay. And then he said, hold on, man. The reason why your team lost is because nobody fear you. And when they don't fear you, they don't respect you. And when they don't respect you, you know what I'm saying, they don't respect the table. And they don't respect the table, they don't respect me, and they don't respect me, they don't respect the family. So
man, you don't eat, you don't work, you don't eat. See, I'm at the table, I'm eating because I put in work. You gotta.
So he says, no, man, I'm telling you right. And he said, no, if that's going to be the case, then you ain't got no part at this table. Then you need to leave. You know what better yet? Go on with your brother. Go ahead, get out of here. I ain't got time to be around these losers today. Go on, get out of here. So I thought that was great. This whole head of table Roman Reigns thing has just been great so far. This is how you bitch out somebody opposed to the Lana thing, which I'll get to when we get to that part. So now we're getting ready for.
See, he lucky because if I was Roman, I would have been like, look, you gonna take this Kindle stick, you gonna beat their ass, beat their ass, all right? And don't come back to me until they all laid out. Go beat their ass right there. Like, he better than me. I would have sent him on a suicide.
Mission.
Go take this Kindle stick.
Did you not like the promo, Prime?
No, it was cool.
Okay.
He ain't like it. He ain't like it.
Nah, it was cool.
He ain't like it. You gotta get the
Q said.
He not at the table, man. He not at the table. He ain't like it, man. It's all right, man.
I was like, I'm just shaking my head at what Q said. Trying to outshoot people with a suit.
Go take the Kindle stick. Go beat the respect out of him.
So or at least into him.
Yeah.
Women's matchup: the Raw Women's Champion Asuka versus the SmackDown Women's Champion Sasha Banks. Would have been great if we didn't get this whole program in the summertime. We as much as I liked it, and don't get me wrong, this was a decent match, but the problem was because the beginning was all reversals, and they kept spamming that R2 button for real. It was all reversals going in and out of different things, trying different locks, stuff like that. But it was a decent enough match. There's a time on the apron that Sasha gives Asuka gives Sasha a hip attack off the apron. One time when Sasha goes over the top ropes, comes in through the middle, and then Asuka gives her a cold breaker through the middle ropes. I thought that was dope. Sasha gave Asuka so many backstabbers. I was like, can she not flip her for the bank statement, or we just go, have a new move as the backstabber, and she just find a bank statement another way? Final sequence comes when they're trying to do all these different kind of roll ups, and finally that Sasha gets the best of Asuka and pins her for the 3 count. So Sasha gets the 3 count on Asuka. So Sasha finally gets a pinfall victory over Asuka at Survivor Series. No Carmella. I guess she was trying to rep SmackDown.
That's what that was my biggest fear.
Yeah.
Like Carmella been hating.
So I know you were scared of thinking Sasha was going to win. I was like, no. Carmella knocked her out on TV already. I said, no, so Sasha going to get this win. And the formula still is credible to this day.
Mm-hmm.
So
it is.
Even though we've seen this over and over again, your thoughts of the match?
I think none so far.
A black woman won. I'm good. The match was good.
Okay.
No, it was a good match to watch though. This one actually I was able to watch most of the way all the way through. So I enjoyed the match. A couple times Asuka I was scared. I thought Asuka was about to get it when she was about to get that Asuka locked in. I'm like, oh, here we go.
Yeah. Which I wouldn't mind Asuka winning. I'm saying I'm a fan of Asuka too. But however, for the Survivor Series team, and I'm like, we've seen this match so many times over the summertime. It is what it is. 5 on 5.
Think none of them can top that first one though.
Yeah. Are you talking about the one when she died going through the rope?
Yes, that was just special.
Oh, by the way, that one you talking about was in Philly. Just saying, we had the best match between Asuka and Sasha, so that was the one that was in Philly when she almost died. I watched that from the front row. Scared the shit out of me. So 5 on 5 Women's Survivor Series match. Before the match, Nia Jax is telling her team, don't nobody tag in Lana. Nobody. I'm like, why y'all bitch? I'll get to it. So we got Team Raw, Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, Lacey Evans, Peyton Royce, and Lana taking on Team SmackDown, Bianca Belair, Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, Natalya, and Bayley. So Bayley already comes out there as she says, I'm the team captain. So once again, we have the whole just the woman trying to fill each other out in the beginning. Bayley and Peyton Royce are on the top rope, and I'm like, you know, I don't like the Apollo spot. And I'm like, these women are actually going to do this suplex to the outside spot. They about to do
Peyton
that.
is the one to do it though.
Say what?
Peyton was the one to do it. I thought, yeah.
That's what I thought. I was like, Peyton got to get on that top rope, and then it like Bayley came out kind of hard, and I was like, y'all don't.
Nobody caught her. That's why. What do you mean?
Yeah, I'm just Bianca tried. Okay, you know what I'm saying.
Nah, she hit straight floor. Like nobody. It's like that one
she
space.
Hit floor.
It's like,
ooh, my body tensed up when I saw that. Ooh.
Then we go back in the ring, and Peyton Royce rolls up Bayley. Bayley is eliminated.
So she beat the 400 something champion.
It don't make it don't make sense because it's Peyton Royce, and they haven't done anything with Peyton Royce. But then after a while, Natalya puts Peyton Royce in the sharpshooter.
No, that is not what she did. She tried to hit her with pin up strong. The little thing she was doing with Beth Phoenix, the little leg thing where you put your arms back.
Oh yeah.
And then she like rolled over and it just fell apart. So she was like,
oh yeah.
They just called it a sharpshooter.
Yeah, she's like, all right, well, sharpshooter.
Yes. Lana got about 3 minutes of action here where she tagged herself in as the things broke down, but then they tagged her and they sunned her in the corner. I'm like, wait a minute. It's a grown woman here. Talk about some. No, you stand on the steps. Like they stand on the steps right there. Now, real quick, I don't understand how this makes any sense because y'all took out the members of the teams that y'all should have kept on the team, but y'all don't take out the women that y'all don't want on the team no more.
I thought they was just gonna say you sit there, or she's gonna get involved in it. It's gonna put it through a table anyway.
So, oh no, I got
there's a million ways this could have ended. The way it did, no.
After Natalya puts the sharpshooter on Shayna Baszler, the women's right comes out of nowhere from Lacey Evans and pins Natalya. Then Ruby Riott is in there going head to head with Shayna Baszler, and then Shayna Baszler has the clear Buddha clutch of Ruby Riott. She goes and does the Bret Hart and Stone Cold from Survivor Series 96, wrapping Shayna Baszler up the pressure on her for the pin, but the referee's distracted. So as she's going to count, Ruby just passes out because she's still in the hole. Which I never seen that before, so I thought it was kind of very unique. And she just passed out. She was like, "All right, then we just get this pin." So she pins Ruby Riott. Ruby Riott is out. It's just down to Liv Morgan and Bianca Belair, and I'm like, "All right, we can do this." So Lacey Evans is eliminated by Liv Morgan with a crucifix pin by Liv Morgan. So she tries to go up and beat up Nia Jax, and it's just not working. Nia Jax hits her with a Samoan drop. Now it's Nia Jax.
Hurt her elbow, her shoulder.
Say what?
She landed.
She landed on her shoulder too.
Yeah.
And as Bianca Belair is trying to break up the pin, Shayna Baszler's holding on to the outside. So now it's Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, and Lana still on the steps. Like, are you serious? Going against Bianca Belair. So Bianca Belair is avoiding everything. She's jumping, she's back flipping, she's keeping the things going. I'm like, all right, she can do this. So she tries to put Shayna Baszler in the Grand Slam like Beth Phoenix does. She rolls out of it, gets her into the Caribou clutch. Bianca Belair shows her strength, picks her up, and walks to the ropes, but then she passes out, but she grabs the ropes. So it's time to break the hold. But Shayna's like, no, she passed out, kept on for the 5 count. Shayna gets disqualified. So
when that happened, my face was like, I lit up. I'm like, oh my God, we're about to do this.
We're about to do this. So we on the outside, and I'm like, so wait a minute. How's this going to happen? Is it going to be like Lana screws Nia Jax and gets herself counted out? What's going to happen? So
I thought it was going to be one of them like where she beats the count and gets back before Nia. Then it's Lana and Bianca. That's what I thought.
And then Lana just stand there because she was told don't get in there and gets counted out. That's how I thought it was going to happen.
Probably
wrong.
We talk about Rick James, man. I'm playing. No, so Nia gets shoulder back toss over the barricade. And I thought Bianca made the count, but she didn't. So Nia Jax and Bianca Belair both get counted out. And Lana is the sole survivor of this Women's Survivor Series matchup. Let me tell you how, if they was in Philly, they would have got trashed for that. If they was in New York, they would have got trashed for that. Depending on the city that they was in, they would have got trashed for that finish. Bad. And I'm telling you right now, if they was here in Philly, they would have got trashed for it.
Would have booed them right out the building.
That accomplished nothing. This woman gets put through a table 9 straight weeks. You don't do it on 10th week because we had to say the announce here for something else. They don't do it to her. And then they sun her in the corner. And this is a grown woman. Like, she actually is out there crying. Like, I'm like, first of all, I understand because I don't care what people may say. This got nothing to do with Miro and AEW, but it do.
Mm-hmm.
And him calling out Vince in his promo. And I'm like, you're embarrassing his wife. Like, to the point, I'm not like, I don't mind Lana. Like, I like Lana back when she was like, Rusev Crush. I was a fan of that Lana.
She was his secretary.
Yeah. But I to the point now, I'm like, this right here, I'm over the embarrassment type shit. And I'm like, so this whole thing was about a payoff where you could have
documentary.
Whose?
Shot like a documentary.
Jesse Lana's documentary.
Lana got a documentary.
She had a documentary. I didn't see the whole thing. I just seen the clip where she was crying because people were bullying her after Miro left. Talking about you need to get fired and you need to leave and stuff. And so yeah, she was crying on that.
Y'all this anti-bullying company and y'all illustrating bullying in your storylines.
Yeah.
Was the shit CM Punk was talking about? Like, I don't get that shit. Y'all illustrating fucking bullying in y'all storylines, and I'm like, and then it did nothing for Lana, it did nothing for Bianca Belair, it did nothing for nobody to even have that. And I guess they must have thought in their minds that we're going to be sympathy and we're going to feel sorry for Lana, but now she gets the big win because all the bullies she takes, she overcame all that. Fuck that. That's not how you overcome these bullies out here.
I bet she go to a table tomorrow.
Say what?
I bet she go to a table tomorrow.
Oh, she probably go to the table tomorrow because she's gonna be pissed that she was a sole survivor. But I'm like, but still, that makes no sense. This could have been the rock you boost to Bianca Belair's career right now. She could have made that whole comeback and won for Team SmackDown. Got rewarded on SmackDown later on. But no, that didn't even happen. And even if y'all want to boost Lana could have had a roll up or something to actually do something for the win. But you just made her stay out there on the steel steps like a little punk. And y'all treat this woman this way for what? There's no moment here. They did nothing with this. Was a terrible finish, and the match wasn't that great in the first place. And that finish right there killed the match for me. Even the Bianca Belair stuff to come back, it killed the match for me. How do y'all feel?
The same.
Yeah, this match was mid.
it killed the momentum. It killed everything about it. And I'm not saying Bianca's not going to recover from. I'm not saying that all right, Bianca Belair is done. She's not done. She'll go to SmackDown, have some more matches. But I'm like, under her belt could have been. This is the woman that won for Team SmackDown. Under her belt to help boost her into the Royal Rumble. Now, would she go ahead and fight jobbers on SmackDown and stuff like that? It makes no sense. That was what the blueprint should have been. But I'm like, so now we're going live. So she gets put to an announce table tomorrow on Raw. And I'm like, so if that's the case, what did this do? Nothing.
Waste time.
It wastes time. There was a lot of parts on Survivor Series that just wasted time.
Oh yeah.
Main event
only thing I could see is that Nia and Shayna gets ready to jump Lana, but because she was the sole survivor, she got the support of the rest of the team, and maybe they all band together and jump them. I don't know.
So Peyton Royce, Lacey Evans, and Lana are gonna jump.
Yeah, that's a nasty team. Never mind. Main event, man.
Yeah, main event.
Nah, I want him to explain this. Come on,
main event, man. We about to listen, man. We done with that. We at the table. We talking about the tribal chief now. Let's main event.
It's the WWE champion Drew McIntyre taking on the Universal champion Roman Reigns. They try to give it the big time feel. They had to stare down, both hold the championship up. And in the beginning of this matchup, they were just trying to test each other out. Drew McIntyre was getting in Roman Reigns' head. Roman Reigns was getting Drew McIntyre's head with the roll-ups and had push up against the ropes and everything like that. No man could really truly get a move off because they're trying to show how equal these guys were in the matchup. And then things started to pop off. And then things started happening. So Drew tries to go for the Future Shock DDT and Roman gets out of it. Roman hits a big clothesline on Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre hits a big spine buster on Roman Reigns, and then so now Roman Reigns is trying to figure out, well, what can I do to keep this guy down? Okay, because Drew McIntyre is kicking out of basically all my best stuff, and once again, Drew McIntyre got that day like kicking out at one type of stuff. So we go to the outside, and then Drew McIntyre runs to Roman Reigns, and Roman picks him up and spine busters him on the announce table, but it didn't break. And I'm like, so he picks up Drew again, and then gives him another Samoan drop, and it breaks the table this time. So that's why Lana didn't go through the night, because they didn't need that one table. They could have had two like they've been doing. Then Roman breaks the count, and then goes and spears Drew McIntyre through the barricade.
He speared him through a damn wall.
Yeah, that's my call. It was through a wall. I was like, calm down. It's the barricade, and it takes him back in there. Drew kicks out again. So Roman's just like, what the fuck I gotta do? So Roman goes.
Roman was in there cussing.
He was in there cussing. Roman goes for the spear again, but then he catches Reigns.
That reversal was beautiful.
That reversal was nice.
That's like the thing, like the reason that made it so beautiful in part is because Drew McIntyre is big as shit. So like, for him to be that fluid, like to move that was a Kurt Angle type thing.
Exactly.
Like, that he too big to be moving like that, but he did it and it was clean. I'm like, damn. I was like, if he took it then, I knew he wasn't gonna win, but if he took it then, I wouldn't have been mad because that was clean.
It was, and he took the Future Side DDT, but Roman kicks out. So Drew's like, okay, time for the Claymore. So he tries to go for the Claymore kick, but then as he goes for it, Roman spears him out the air. And I ain't gonna lie, that spear looks sick.
That spear. I clutched my chest when I seen it.
Woo! He goes and pins Drew, and Drew kicks out again. Roman's now pissed. He's just like, yo, man, come on now, yo. You number two. Like you gotta understand what your role is. All right. I am the only champion. I am the most important champion.
Mm-hmm.
Then Drew tries to go for the Claymore out of nowhere. Roman ducks it and hits the ref. Shout out to that ref who bounced into them ropes and caught all that Claymore. So now there's no ref out there. So then as Drew's going to pick up Roman, low blow by Roman Reigns. And then, okay, here comes your man out here. And he comes, I'm going to get him. He comes and he goes super kicks to Drew McIntyre. And then so there was a distraction.
I guess I have a nitpick about this one too.
Okay, I'll let you get to there. And then Roman, instead of going for the spear, he goes for the guillotine choke. So he has it down on McIntyre. McIntyre's down on one knee, but he starts powering back up, but then he passes out. He doesn't tap out. He doesn't get pinned. He just passes out. The referee has to call for the match, and then Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief, is the winner. Jey Uso's on the top, clapping like, "Come on, man, let me get back at that table." Like, screw your brother, but let me get back at the table. So Roman comes up to him. He just looks at him, and then he goes, he gives him the Urban Youth hug and everything. Like, it's cool, bro. It's all good. And then
you got a spot back.
Yeah, so
I see him. Hey, Jimmy. Yeah, I see.
I thought this was the match of the night. I thought the match delivered. I thought at the beginning it did start off a little bit slow, but it definitely picked up. Like I said, this is from the circumstances of Roman being heel, Drew being a face now. I think this was a better WrestleMania quality match opposed to the WrestleMania 35 one. So I thought everything about this was a pretty damn good matchup. So I'm ready for you, Brian.
No, it's just a small nitpick. If he low blowed him and Jey Uso attacked him, why didn't the referee say anything when he came out from the back? That's all.
I do understand that, but for some reason, I'm gonna say this: wrestling never pays attention to that kind of rule because we're not gonna say AEW will do that neither.
Listen, man. When you the tribal chief, there's some things you get away with. The ref ain't see nothing. Paul Heyman slid him a couple bucks. He ain't see nothing. That's all it is.
I just never understood that when they do that. When they
not
clearly
understood,
see them
don't gotta be
up.
explained, Prom.
Not even a Roman thing. Just clearly they see them getting destroyed, and they come out and are like, yeah, okay, this is just a fair match.
Yeah, I mean,
the ref ain't see nothing.
It's kind of same with the blind tag. Same thing, like you clearly know what it sounds like when a chair hits somebody when it hit the mat, but ain't none of that shit. So that's what it was, and that's what it was. So I thought the match was good. Do y'all at least thought the match was great? I thought the match was
hell
great.
Yeah, it was a great match.
From what I seen, it was fine.
It was a great match.
But yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, so I mean, they may put it in the category of one of the matches of the year, something like that, one of the top ones, but that will be one of my positives. I was just thinking about like, wow, Thanksgiving is Thursday, and I'm like, I still got to do a whole best of worst of 2020, and that's gonna be fun. So it's now time for the Undertaker's farewell.
You sure it's not just the worst? What's the best?
No, I'm not gonna find 10 good things in 2020. It's now time for Undertaker's farewell. The Undertaker's going to say goodbye to WWE, which he's not, but still. So what do? They sit there and did we just lose Q?
I think he did.
Okay. I thought we lost Q.
Bad.
All right. You lost your place at the table. Now you're at the bottom of the screen.
Oh no. My place is secured. My place is secure at the table.
Welcome, Prime. You in that new seat there.
Yeah, all right. Okay.
So they bring out a couple of people that was impacted Undertaker's career. Grateful. Shane McMahon. They bring him out.
That's fair.
Big Show. Fair. JBL. Jeff Hardy.
I didn't understand that one.
Okay.
But I'm fine, whatever. I'm glad they were explaining each character that was coming out. I'm like, why is Jeff coming out? I'm like, all right, whatever. He's here.
Mick Foley.
That's who I was waiting for. They took too long bringing Mick out. I'm like, yo, he killed Mick Foley. Where's he at?
Mm-hmm. The Godfather.
Didn't understand that one.
The Godwins.
They are actually best friends in real life.
I don't know who them Godwin brothers are, but they look like they just came from a hanging.
Yo,
they came from a hanging.
No disrespect.
That's what they did.
Watching, okay, like I said, we have no ill intent in our views. I'm just saying. My mother was just like, damn, where they just come from? Like they came from like they just had the overalls on and everything. Like
that fresh from a lynching, bro. I'm like, who are you?
That's literally what they did.
And you know what's so funny? As I said it, oh, go ahead, Prom. Go ahead, my fault.
I was just saying, Q. That's literally what they do. Like that's literally.
Are you serious?
Yes.
They look like it. They look like. Yo, as I was saying, I'm watching this. I'm like, who are these? I'm like, these dudes came from a lynching. Here go Mr. A&E. They had the meetings. I'm like,
I was just like, who's
they the
ones
that they ain't come from the meeting. They came from the activity.
It's Savio Vega. Hearing that Savio Vega music, Puerto Rico is.
I don't know who that is.
Fan, so
understandable. You probably wouldn't know. He's not a big.
I'm like, who's this?
Yeah. Rikishi.
Now, as these names are going along, there's one name taking forever to walk out.
Oh, because I at first I'll get to that in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Nash comes out next.
Kevin Nash did not want to be there. Did you see his face?
Yo,
he did not want to be there.
He ain't the only one. I mean,
I know a good reason why. COVID, Hey.
Yeah, because y'all gotta understand, Kevin Nash be on Twitter like, yo, we gotta get rid of this COVID. I'm tired of being out here with this shit. Booker T comes out, who's probably like the new honorary member of BSK. I'm just like, when Proximity Switch, I was like, wait, is that Booker back there with them?
He's probably been a member since 2002 or so, since he got there.
Well, I mean, like him and Jay became cool like out of nowhere, so cool with me. Shawn Michaels, of course, he cut down the beard.
Of course, Shawn had to come out.
Peep this. So Shawn Michaels comes out, right? I told my wife, I said, watch, next person. Woo! You're going to hear it. And of course, here comes Ric Flair. And then Triple H. And I was just like, so there's no Kane? Because
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, where's Kane?
Triple H got an ego enough to make himself come out last. And he do. But then here comes Kane. And when Kane comes out, Kane
suited up.
Looks pissed. And I'm talking about Kane looks like, why am I here? Look, Kane is a politician. He's the mayor of Knox County. The man wears suits every day. The man, about the COVID. Then not only did he have to come there, he had to come there in his Kane get up. Ain't nobody else wearing this shit.
I got a question about that.
Okay.
His appearance was literally less than 30 seconds.
Yes.
You mean to tell me I did all this for less than 30 seconds or what?
I'm pissed with him.
There. Like,
Kane came out. He barely even looked at anybody in the ring. Kane came out there and looked pissed off. And I was just like, okay, so then they're all in the ring. So then we get this Undertaker video package, which is really well done. WWE does a good job of doing that. And we get this video package. And then when we come back.
Now, before we get to McDickhead, there were some people. There were three people who did not come out, and they need. If we're talking about 30 years Undertaker, and we talking about respecting the legend, there were three people who needed to come out. That was Bray Wyatt, Abyss, and Mordecai. He is their father. Why did he son these? They are all his sons. Why did they not come out? If it wasn't for if Undertaker didn't exist, we would not have these spooky characters. He is their father. Why were they not out to show?
Because if Joseph Park come out, they'd be like, who? And then on top of that, if Bray Wyatt came out, it would have been the Fiend. And they're like, oh my God, Undertaker about to get physical. And then if it was Mordecai, you were literally the only person in 2020 still talking about Mordecai. Nobody was talking about Mordecai. Nobody in the church talks about Mordecai.
They are his sons. They needed to be out there and show daddy respect. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying.
Undertaker disowned them kids. So when we come back,
I'm joking. I just saved that one up for the review.
When we come back for the video package, Vince McMahon is in the ring, and he looks like they just opened up his casket and put him there because I'm like, the man looked bad. I'm just like, yes, it's age, and he's 75 years old now, but I'm like, I don't know, the Botox ain't get in. I don't know if it's the stress of whatever's going on backstage, but Vince is
taking people's Twitch channels. What's stressful about that?
Making people catch COVID when they don't want to.
Exactly. And then I'm sitting there and y'all see me text. I was like, wait a minute, where everybody go? Everybody was gone. And I was just like, wait a minute. Did like 16 people come out just now? Where everybody go?
So real quick on the predictions. What did you say they was gonna do?
Who, me?
Yes. You said they about to sit here and all give like a little thankful little promo. That's what you said.
That's what I said. I said it will come out, or Undertaker was going to come out, and then they was all going to come out and talk about, their love and respect for the Undertaker, and give Undertaker time, let him do what he got to do. And I thought Undertaker was going to come out in his BSK stuff. That's what I thought Undertaker was going to come out with. But no, what happens? My daughter is now 18 months, and she turned 3 by the time Undertaker was done coming out with this long Undertaker entrance. But they came out. They had
hey, we are not going to do this to the Undertaker on his night.
Fair.
He's been doing that slow walk for years. We used to it by now.
Yeah, we right. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
but this one was like an extra.
We're not doing this. This is last night. Let him take his time. He ain't coming back no more. Let him take his time. Yeah, you're right. Nobody really retires.
Right.
You're right.
See you in Saudi Arabia.
Right.
See you in Saudi Arabia.
It's like every time Goldberg finish up one match, he was, all right, this is my last one.
Hey. Leave Goldberg out of this.
So they had the little zooters, the little lightning things, to try to play his theme music.
I like that.
Yeah.
And I was about to say I understand like that 8-bit Undertaker. I'm like, ooh, that's cold. Like, but that's just me. That's just the artist in me. I'm just like, yo, that's
no. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah. I'm not okay. All right.
So he comes out.
I thought it was like a Jim Johnson first draft of his theme song or something. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah. He comes out. He comes into the ring, and
whoa. Are we gonna talk about these little stairs or whatever this was?
I'm getting there.
You said he already in the ring.
No, first of all, the man is cheating. He don't walk up the stairs. He get elevated to the ring. But
it's his last night. Let him have it.
I'm letting him have it, but like that thing kind of went too high to where I was like,
you gotta step down.
Yeah, something happened.
So with that being said, he's in the ring.
Got stuck too.
And this is literally all the promo. First of all, he don't say much. Undertaker looks annoyed, and I'm gonna tell you why he looks annoyed. I don't complain about this at all, but tonight was the night that the pipe didn't noise bothered me.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thank you, Taker, and Undertaker.
Yep.
That bothered me because I'm sitting there like, he's in an arena full of nobody. There's nobody there. Y'all turned the
Thunderdome off.
Y'all turned the Thunderdome off. And Undertaker's like, this is not the way my goodbye should be. Now, once again, it's not his fault. It's
not WWE's fault either, man. COVID happened.
Well, they could have just postponed it.
Or you know what you could have did? Had your current superstars and the people you had walk out of here in the stands.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, come on now. They wouldn't want them all close together because of COVID, even though they just was.
So if we
it's
just
an empty arena,
6
make
inches
it work.
from each other around the ring, which we got like 1,000 years of age in there. I'm just saying. So he's doing the promo. He said it's about time for the Undertaker to rest in peace.
Now I know y'all heard they botched the sound system because they didn't get the rest in peace. All you hear was peace, and then 3 seconds. Peace.
Like, I thought they said. It sounded like they said delete. I was like, did they get the wrong audio? Let's say rest and delete. That's what I thought. I heard it. I was like, oh shit, they fuck up like that. So it was all off. Undertaker walks back, and he looks back and does the whole biker thing and walks off. And I'm gonna tell you right now, out of all the retirements I have seen, all the teases I have seen, this has probably got to be the most disappointing.
I'm telling you, he's gonna come, bro.
Because
he didn't even fold a jacket or nothing like that up in the ring.
Thank you. I was like, if you're gonna leave, do it over again. Put the gloves down, put the jacket down, put the hat down, and let it go. And I'm like, first of all, everybody knows, because right now it's Undertaker's fault that the reason why we feel this way in the first place is that it's not going to be his final farewell. So it's like he's either going to get a WrestleMania, he's either going to get Saudi Arabia, whatever the case may be, he's going to fuck it up for himself. Even though the Boneyard should be his thing, his final thing, but he's going to fuck it up for himself. That's on him. That's not
that
my
Boneyard
problem.
match was a perfect leave out. He should have left it at that, honestly.
Yeah.
Or when he folded his stuff and the crowd was there.
Yeah. And you gotta count the blessings when they come. Now, what's going to happen is he wants that moment over again because there was nobody there. You could tell that certain people that came out were not happy to be there, and it wasn't about the Undertaker. Kevin Nash and I look happy to be there. Kane definitely like had to be there because he was in that bullshit and like I said, he's a politician now. You know what I'm saying, and that he has an image and something to maintain. For the followers of people he had.
And I don't know. In Clark County's defense, they know damn well they voted for Kane. They voted Kane. They know who they voted in. their mayor is a legend. Like
I don't think that's what he was worried about. I think he just worried about his image of.
I do
I'm
think
trying
he
to
was.
fight for this.
I mean, honestly though, that's a costume that takes time to put on. You got, I know he put the face paint on to darken up the match. He took time to do that just to not even stand in there with Undertaker.
He was already. He's known as Kane in the suit though.
Yeah, he
just came out
even though, but even
they wasn't gonna do it like that, dude. They wasn't gonna give us corporate.
If y'all see all his mayor pictures that and something he does around his community, he got a mask on. It's like he follows the rules. It's like he comes out there and it's just like you can tell that everybody.
You trying to say that counted as his mask?
Yeah. you can just tell that at first everybody didn't want to be there, and I mean, of course, you had Shawn and Rick and Booker T. Everybody looked excited, but then you had
people who were there all the time.
Yeah. But then when you had people like Rikishi came out there, it was just like,
just like BSK.
Like Kishi probably want to be there. You flew me out for nothing. Godfather's gonna be excited because that's just.
Godfather didn't even bring no.
He didn't bring no hoes or nothing.
That was like, COVID.
Once again, and I'm like,
the hoes
and then on top of that, you know,
the people in this. Just real quick, the people in this age are the prime ages. I just want to say that right now.
And what sucks is you bring out literally 16 legends. Like you bring out current superstars, you bring out like 16 legends, 10 or 16 legends, right? I lost count. And on top of that, these guys
two-timers too, like 3 2-timers, I think. 4 2-timers.
Yeah.
I don't know what the heck Flair old ass doing out here. Like
you got 3/4 of them people that's over the age of 50 years old. So
3/4. You sure not everybody? Who wasn't? Jeff? That's it?
Jeff.
Yeah.
That's the only one?
I think so. I think he was literally the youngest guy that was in there. But it's not even that. You bring him out, and then you bring the Undertaker out. He can't even interact with him. So what was the point of bringing him out?
Yeah.
There was even though there's COVID, okay? If you're going to maintain this business and have the wrestling show, there's so many ways to do this. You could have had remember how Booker T, I don't know if y'all like I know Q will probably watch the Booker T stuff on YouTube, but remember when Booker T was celebrating something and he had like a comedy roast.
Was that on TNA?
No, this was a couple months ago. And
you talking about now that was him like on his I know what you're talking about. I'm saying right there.
So they were honoring Booker T, but he did it in a roast form. So you had Jericho come up on the big screen, you had Undertaker come up on the big screen, you had a couple of like celebrities. I think Bruce was there. Yeah, and then Booker T was sitting in a chair, but everybody else was on a big screen roasting Booker T.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's a way you could have did it. I'm not saying you got to be a roast, but I'm like, nothing.
They better not roast Undertaker.
Nothing felt special.
He wouldn't care.
Nothing felt special at all. Nobody came out there to even when Ric Flair retired, right? And remember when everybody came out there and something that was meaningful to Ric Flair's career, and they came out there and said something, and Undertaker came down, and then he started crying. Which, by the way, the best part about this whole thing was the Paul Bearer hologram. When he does that, the Paul Bear's like, oh yeah, that was to me the best part of it. But everything else was a waste of time.
I dare I say I wouldn't even mind if they did it like they did Hulk Hogan birthday that one time, and they had everybody come out. They had them like park down the middle of the stage and had the little.
Yeah, it's because why not be out there? If you're gonna fly people over into the COVID suit, why not at least have the Undertaker be able to talk to his people on camera, interact with people, say thank you? Because
they could have spread all those old dudes out in the stands, and he could have just spoken to one of them or something. I don't know. Him and Kane could have stood in the ring one time.
It didn't feel like, even if we came out there, we're like, okay, this is not Undertaker's goodbye. But then him coming out with the gimmick, him not putting the head down, him not putting the gloves down, him not putting the jacket down. If everything just felt incomplete, everything felt like this was an hour wasted. It's like, I'm not gonna say it's the worst retirement thing I've ever saw. It's just that to the point where it's like, out of everything that has happened, and a big of a legend the Undertaker is, he deserves more respect than this.
Way more.
And even if y'all want, and the only reason they did something because it's Survivor Series 30th anniversary of Undertaker. But I'm like, y'all could, if y'all just in case y'all could wait to WrestleMania, test your luck on that way, or y'all could have did it on y'all got the money to go. Y'all took everybody else's Twitch account. Y'all could have got people on there. Like, why does Savio Vega have to come from where he's at to do nothing? It's Savio fucking Vega. I'm like,
because they want apparently he probably called us so that they can all drink together or something.
yeah, and I mean afterwards, like prior tonight, they're probably gonna see if they can go to Godfather's Club Cheetahs. But other than
But this
that,
man gonna take another finisher.
you know what I'm saying? They probably gonna try to go celebrate somehow. But once again, we are in this pandemic, and it's very unfortunate. It's not WWE's fault, but just the way it was handled, it disappointed me. But that was Survivor Series 2020.
One more question.
Yes.
So you think they add him to this year's class?
To the Hall of Fame?
Yes, this year. Do you think they add him this year or they wait?
They should add him.
Okay, so then they should add him this year because it'll be like him, Batista, Hogan, and
oh, you mean like to the 2020 class?
Yeah.
No.
Okay,
because
brand new.
Because
they still ain't go in yesterday. It'd be a whole year for him to go
I'm about to say because Batista, JBL, God, the NWO, they all still didn't go in yet. So, I mean, they are Hall of Famers, but they still haven't formally been inducted yet. I think Undertaker is definitely headlining class of 2021.
I mean, if he go in now, he'll still headline with it.
Yeah,
Who's the headliner for this
that's
one?
what I'm saying, but you don't want to take it away from
Batista,
NWO. Or NWO and stuff, people like that.
Oh.
So, I think
2 times in a row.
At WrestleMania weekend, or even at Royal Rumble, y'all should have just because first of all, y'all could still have a Hall of Fame ceremony without the people.
I think that would be the best time to do it, especially now. Like you could just have the whole thing set up.
Had the whole thing, and first of all, you don't need the people. You know why? Because you didn't start out with the people. You didn't.
Also, again, you got a good 60 to 70 superstars who can
fill it out.
Like
if everybody's getting tested and everybody's cool, then you can fill that whole thing out, and y'all can have the Hall of Fame ceremony for Batista and the NWO and all the people that's part of JBL and all of them.
Right,
and
y'all making these folk come to work.
Let them come to work. Like, and then you do a fresh new class for 2021 and just have another ceremony for it. So do one at the Royal Rumble, do one at WrestleMania. Do it that way. I don't know what they was even waiting for. So, but guys, that was Survivor Series. What do you guys grade the overall show of Survivor Series? Prime, I'll start with you.
I'm thinking probably around a C, maybe a B minus, something like that.
You doing letter grades? I thought we were just doing passing fails.
Oh, well, I have to go first.
What about you, Q-Flow?
Well, given this is my first pay-per-view that I've watched in a minute, I thoroughly enjoy watching this thing. So yeah. It passes for me.
Oh, no. I'm giving Survivor Series a pass because, like I said, the only match I truly pissed me off, it was the finish, which was that Women's Survivor Series match. That pissed me off.
Yeah, the finishes could have been different, but a lot of the matches, like the actual matches, were pretty good. So to me,
I thought Big E was not handled properly, but that's to me that's more of a nitpick. I could rant about that all day. And I thought the Undertaker farewell was just lackluster, and it really just rubbed me the wrong way because I felt as though that you put more people at risk doing this. And I felt as though that when you bring out legends that we haven't seen, because even though we've made fun of the Godwins, you know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of Midian. Okay, because I like Midian. But it was the fact that you bring out these legends that haven't been here in decades. Not years, decades. And they don't get to do anything. I'm not saying get physical. I'm just saying just be able to express. We see Shawn, Booker T, Ric Flair, literally Triple H all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Hardy's still active.
Mm-hmm.
And every now and then JBL be on
because he doing the pre-show and
the pre-show stuff.
Yeah.
When's the last time you've seen the Godwins? When's the last time you've seen Savio Vega?
When Stone Cold stunned him up.
Exactly. You don't receive Rikishi that often. Mick Foley, you only see him on social media.
Well, he used to
his beard, man. God, that was a glorious beard.
Yeah. So
he is loving his life.
And then Kane is the mayor. So the last time I see Kane was when he was doing that segment with R-Truth. He won the 24/7 championship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no, that wasn't Kane. That was Glenn Jacobs.
Glenn Jacobs. Okay, so
Knox County.
The last I see Kane was when he get his mask flown off at Super Showdown. So that was the last time I seen Kane. So it was just a waste of all this. I ain't seen Kevin Nash in years. He lost some weight actually. And I haven't seen him in years other than, like I said.
And then Godfather too.
And the Godfather, it just sucks.
Godfather just be popping up a lot, man.
Yeah. It just sucks that these legends didn't get a fair shake. So that's what it was. But I give Survivor Series a pass. And I just think the Undertaker thing should have been better. So I know.
Hey, look, technically that Undertaker tribute did not count. When you clicked on the screen, it said Broken Skull podcast was on. So it wasn't part of that pay-per-view slot. It don't count.
Yeah.
So did it go off the air for the people that bought it?
I don't know.
Probably could. I know that when the crowd comes back, there's going to be another tribute. It's going to be another tribute.
Yep.
It's going to be another farewell. It's not Undertaker's last matchup. If you believe that, I mean that's on you. But it's not. But
60 years old, still out here trying to be a pimp.
Exactly. So. But guys, that was our Survivor Series review. So post our comments down below. How did you guys feel about Survivor Series? How did you guys feel about the Undertaker tribute? How did you guys feel about the booking of the Survivor Series matches? Post all that stuff. Comment down below. Hit the like button if you guys enjoyed our review, and hit the subscribe button for more right here on NC Studios for more wrestling content. Once again, this is NC and Place to channel, Mr. A&D, not Deion stands for Prime Time.
All right, y'all.
And the man, the myth, the reality, and the revolutionary. Q Flow for the rookie.
All right, y'all take it easy. Don't ask me for a spot at the table. Gotta work for it.
Yeah, exactly. And I do just want to put out there real quick. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody out there. The Thanksgiving holiday's coming up. Be safe and be mindful.
That's what we didn't bring up.
What?
The Gobbledygooker won the 24/7.
Oh my God, we forgot. Yeah, the Gobbledygooker. Okay, Gobbledygooker won 24/7 championship, and R-Truth won it back. Whoopee. So
first of all, R-Truth won it from Akira Tozawa after throwing a sack of bird seed at him.
Yo, I low key that shit hurt.
Seed or like for the chicken?
He threw chicken. Yeah, he threw bird food at him. But it doesn't matter. We closing out the show.
Yeah. But I just want y'all to have a safe Thanksgiving, safe holiday season. Like I said, I know money's tight and times is hard. Everybody in this country is experiencing something. Okay. So, be mindful that it's time to stop dividing all this shit. Everybody's experiencing something. So make sure y'all guys just try to bring the love around this holiday season. I understand we all can't get what we want and do what we want. Trust me. My party's canceled. Friendsgiving was canceled.
Got canceled. Thanksgiving's canceled.
Yeah.
Hopefully Christmas don't get canceled.
Yeah. Shit sucks, but I want everybody to go out there and love one another. Like Snoop Dogg and Undertaker said, man, let's go out there and try to bring this shit together.
Snoop Dogg and who?
Snoop taking shit.
Exactly.
Undertaker and who?
Snoop.
This is a nasty combination of people. What is going on?
Oh, you must not seen their live yesterday, huh?
Mm-mm.
Oh, well, they about to bring everybody together, bro.
That whole collection out.
Oh, God. I saw Sasha Banks cripping on a... she was flagged out. I said, you with Snoop Dogg Hoover Christians hoovered out. Like, never mind. I'm sorry.
That was good. But the Nerd Coalition is out.